Sorry about that. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi.
Is it back? Are we
Yeah,
back alive?
we should be.
Okay.
How does it work? I don't know. Does
The
anybody?
internet, no. No one knows. 7 people knew. They worked for ARPA back in the
What's happened to them?
1970s. You don't want to know.
Oh,
Um,
oh dear.
one of them is left.
hmm Are they in any shape to talk about what they know, or?
They can speak, but they can never speak about what they know of any at all. Every word they say is new to them.
I mean, the way that sentence started going in one direction and then went a completely different one by the end.
Yeah.
Mm. A 1,000-year echo is a really amazing first clause for sentence, because
It is.
it doesn't necessarily scan. 1,000-year echo, descendants of...
It's treating. Right. It's treating echo like a preposition,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, it's really weird. But this is absolutely a game about playing with language, so...
hmm Baba Baba says that they will purchase Kentucky Route Zero when all the acts come out. That is, I understand. Believe me, I understand that desire to have a unified experience, but would have been impossible for me to resist. It's so good. It's so good. KRZ Act 3 is also one of my favorites of the year. There is a scene in KRZ Act 3 that is one of my tops.
Can you whisper
High
it to me so
tops.
that the stream can't hear? Just whisper it in my ear.
You know the scene.
Oh, I do know.
Jack.
Right.
Please.
The roof. The thing happens to
Yes,
the ceiling.
the
Yes.
thing, right, the roof scene.
Okay.
That is absolutely accurate.
Yeah. hmm
Are we up? Are we up? Yeah, we're up.
Yeah.
Okay. Soltron said, come on, video, you can do it. And I didn't know if that was a problem with us. Hi, JPMC.
Lava Baba says, if you like that kind of loosely connected dream stories thing, kind of like what Borges writes, check out the Sandman by Neil Gaiman. I really like the Sandman. I haven't entirely finished it yet, but I don't like Borges at all. He's overrated as a writer and not at all an inspiration. Oh. Austin, what's
Did
the
it hurt
thing
to say that out loud? Did that pain you
what's
physically?
the thing you hate most about Borges?
I think the thing I hate most about Borges is how plain the worlds are that he creates. It's strange because they're at once plain, but also just utterly detached from
Yeah.
grounded materiality. You know,
I really, 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 really don't like. You know me, I don't like adjectives, and therefore.
right? Hate adjectives.
So did he. 1,000-year echo, descendants of. I think I'm gonna scrap this. I don't like this at all. I can't. I can't do anything with this.
Well, this sentence is a big power play by the GM or the prompt, right? It's saying, "Oh, things were rebuilt."
Oh,
and
Regen Head says, "Oh, they got it." Okay.
Okay, yeah. You do need to read Borges.
Yep. Absolutely. Read Sonnet by Orbis Tertius. Actually, yeah.
Klon is what won me over.
It's pretty naughty.
But
Like if it's your first,
it
shot
is.
at Borges.
I don't know. Like it's
Maybe
so
a nice
there's
way to get into Borges would be to read.
library.
No, I was.
You think library is more naughty than Library of Babel?
Well, but that idea is just so immediately stunning that I think that's kind of vaguely grabbing. I was going to say maybe just splash around in other magical realist writers, especially of the South American tradition, and if you like it, Borges is just waiting.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I respect this power play. I'm not really feeling it.
Right, that's fair. That's more than fair.
Wait, no, I can't say on the edges of the park because there isn't a park. It's the planet. Oh, yes.
Are you sure?
Well, no. So the inverted commas edges of the park would be some specific point on the planet, right? It would be, and so
Right, sure.
on the
Hmm.
That's a tautology, right? I don't need to. I could just say the equator. Line of the equator is a tautology.
Right, but writing deals in tautology sometimes because the rhythm of that sentence is different than saying "and so on the equator," right? Like on the line of the equator reads differently than on the and so on the equator, and that's
Yes, no,
your
you're right.
prerogative
And
to
even saying it
communicate.
aloud, I want to do the thing. Bam! Lots
And
of
so-
talking about this before.
On the line of the equator versus "and so on the line of the equator." Mm. You don't use the method that I end up using, which I'm not. This isn't a critique.
Okay.
But for me, it's "and so dash on the line of the equator dash 2 memorials were built." Whereas for you, it's "and so dash on the line of the equator 2 memorials were built" because of the comma, and that's a different.
Yeah.
I underutilize this method. in my
Whereas
writing.
if I'd put an M dash where that comma is,
Mhm.
it would have essentially parenthesized the on the line of the equator. If
Right,
not in
exactly,
the way that a parenthesis
exactly.
would, but
But in a similar way, it brackets it away and says, as an aside. Whereas, yeah.
um.
In this situation, I'll sometimes use a colon in place of that M dash.
Yes, I need to start doing that more. Actually, I could really start doing that more.
Oh, Ben, I'm glad you're getting Endless Legend. It's really good. All I want now is a version of Endless Legend that lets me write my own stories in that world now, with prompts. Also with the beauty of that game.
Chatham.
You've been here, I think. But I certainly had a prompt there that you did not have.
Jones Cover Ice Cream in the chat just said, "Oh man," and I don't know why. 'Cause
People are talking about the Endless series of games now.
I'm getting increasingly intrigued in the Endless series of games.
Yeah.
I,
Aha. Okay.
The Endless Legend soundtrack is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. It's unbelievable, Jack. It's so.
Flyby Know, the composer, and I talked really briefly on Twitter about it earlier in the week, and his first instrument is the harp, and so this really distinct, the kind of the distinctive instrument that drives the soundtrack is the kind of like generally continental African instrument, the kora, and it's this sort of incredibly complicated harp, but that's Flyby Know playing. He was just like, oh, I can play the harp, so I'll play the kora, and he does an amazing job with it. And to just sort of wrestle that instrument into the soundtrack in a way that's so great. Oh, I know exactly what this is. Oh, god damn it!
Uh-huh.
I clicked on that, wanting them to just give me a blank prompt.
You can always blank it. You can always clear it. Or you can always use this as the beginning of a different thing, right? Like,
Oh
you
no,
can
I know exactly
finish the
what I
sentence
want to do here.
quickly.
No, I know
Okay.
what I want to do here. I know what I want to do here.
this for me, this thing that we're doing in this moment is a strange sort of sequel, not only to the Space Cowboy Jam game that we talked about before, but also to an encyclopedia of Deep and Endless Sighs, which we did last night.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we are following that right on the heels of the encyclopedia.
Me too. And one of the things it's teaching me is about one of the reasons I like writing things with you, which is the ways in which we write differently. And I'll get to that after I'm done mine. After we're done,
yeah, totally.
I'll wrap to it.
I think a lot of the time we sort of tend to have very similar threads, but we're coming at them from
Yes.
different places, which is
Absolutely.
that's the most fun situation.
Shadow.
Also, I'm getting real Dear Esther vibes from these wall drawings.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Mallory says, "What is the stake-based society we're investigating?" And that's humorous because I know what one of the other stories is here, and I think it must be a Texas thing. Oh, you
Wait,
must have missed
I
one.
missed one. I'm going back.
Unless, can you add one now?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.